You want to watch a chucker? Do you want to stomp a few divots? Do you want to know what the heck I'm talking about and where I am? Well, don't go away. Let the adventure begin. Welcome to another adventure in Los Angeles. You never know where we'll go or what we'll find. Come with me, and we'll explore some of LA's hidden gems, secret and surprising places even the locals don't know about. Are you ready? Set? Let's go.
I suffer by Ryan Picard. Along the sidelines, we are at 30. 30 seconds.
I'm Diane, and today we are visiting the stunning Will Rogers State Park in the Pacific Palisades. Will Rogers was really one of a kind. Humorist, cowboy, aviator, newspaper journalist, radio and film star, huge star, polo player. A visit to his ranch really gives you a chance to discover a lot more about this incredibly interesting man. In addition to fabulous park grounds, which are perfect for picnicking and hiking and riding, there is also a museum which has lots of fascinating memorabilia and video clips. And there is a polo season here. It's the Will Rogers Polo Club that has a season of 6 months out of the year. So let's go take a look at the action, and let's talk to the man who calls the action, Epstein.
We have 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes left.
Well, first of all, the Will Rogers Polo Club now in their 60th year, which is pretty amazing. Will Rogers, who actually landscaped this field back in 1926 and then built his home in 1928, recently renovated. He lived here from 1928 through 1935, and then after his death, his wife Betty gave the estate and the property all to the state of California, only on the condition that polo and related equestrian activities be continued at the park. But as far as my job is concerned, I'm kind of a one-man band, do everything, DJ, announce, do the commentary, information, the stats, the scoreboard.
And the bell.
And the bell, of course, which is, by the way, from a 1940 Glendale fire truck.
No kidding.
As urban legend does say, and there's no crack in this bell, so it's good.
And you get people from all over the world here?
Well, as far as players are concerned, yeah, we have players from the Middle East, Europe, South America, the U.S., from all over the world play the sport. It's a big international sport. Argentina, it's the national sport. Well, they'll draw 30,000 for an event. It's usually nationally televised. And we've had the Prime Minister from Malaysia come out to watch. We have a lot of celebrities that come out here as well. I mean, Walt Disney used to play out here.
Yes, I know.
Sylvester Stallone was a player here back in the mid-1980s. Director Hal Roach, Clark Gable was a player here. So it does have a great, great history about it. We're only a couple miles from the beach. Palisades is just down the road. So it is a great, great place to come out. Like I said, relax families, barbecue, picnic, and enjoy polo on the weekends on Saturdays and Sundays. They play for 5 months, starting early May and all the way to the end of September, every Saturday and Sunday. And they've got a website at willrogerspolo.org for all the information and schedule.
Caroline, you come to this park fairly often?
Yeah, about once a month, once every couple months. It's a nice retreat. So we thought we'd take a little break and get some sea breeze. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. I actually was reading sort of blogs about good dog hikes, and this is a pretty moderate one, but it's kind of a nice break when it's super hot and you don't want to do something too intense. It's pretty mellow, but it's a nice little loop, and you get a great view. It's wonderful.
A chucker is a period. It is 7.5 minutes in length. And like most sports, when the ball does go out of bounds, in this sport, the clock does not stop. It does continue to run. The only time
And
it
you
stops,
run the clock, don't you?
I run the clock, and of course, anybody's got some extra money, we're always willing to change the clock and scoreboard if they really like
funny.
to. So yeah, but no, it's really a very little bit different sport. It's very big.
And just for your own very interesting background, I know you've been a longtime voice with Pepperdine basketball. You work with ESPN. You have a play-by-play book. I just think you've got a wonderful record as an announcer also.
Yeah, pretty varied background. I teach sportscasting. We talked about the book, play-by-play sportscasttraining.com. The only fundamental book really on play-by-play and commentary and interview technique and things like that. So it really is a very helpful book, something I wish I had growing up. You mentioned Pepperdine University. I start my 30th year as doing college basketball, which is a long time, 876 consecutive games.
But who's counting, huh?
Who's counting? Other than the school, of course, they keep reminding me. But every game seems to be like the first. I really enjoy it, to say the least. Work for Fox TV doing high school football, have my own production company, AM Sports Productions. We produce and broadcast high school and college events on the internet. So, and I was a sports information director, wrote about sports, played sports. So.
Well, you're my favorite announcer. Thank you so much. I know you've got the championship game coming up, so we got to let you get back to that bell. But thank you.
You want to hear the bell one last
time?
time?
I do. One last time. I do. All aboard, all aboard. Thank you, Al. Thank you. But I'll see you next time for another adventure in Los Angeles. Thanks a lot. Bye.